Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. If you are new around here, click the like button down below, comment on the video and just tell me what you've been trading with during headliners, and subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed. We do giveaways, we do trading tips. The channel's growing ridiculously quickly at the moment, so come be a part of the Fuzzballers and get involved. But this video is going to be a continuation of what we're doing in terms of trading throughout headliners. At the moment, there's not much new to teach you in terms of methods or anything that's new to the game to teach you how to make coins with, but what I'm going to keep doing is showing you guys what I'm doing to make coins and explaining how you can be doing the same things, how you can maybe change it and vary it. But yeah, we'll get into it. So you would have seen this morning's video when we did last night, what we did last night essentially, all the silver card trading we did, and we've broken 1 million coins again. Now you're going to look at the screen and think, well, you haven't, because you're on 730k, but I'll show you the silvers are setting at the moment, more going now. 732k is what we're currently at. The Silvestris that you saw last night for 2,400 coins, we sold them for 7,000 coins, which is ridiculous. Nearly 3 times the amount we put on them. Close to, I think we got for 2.5 last night. We sold for 3.7. These Valdifiores, we doubled our coins on these. Felipe doubled our coins. Chester doubled our coins. What else? What other good buys did we get? The Shepatellis we paid like 800 for 900 coins for, I think. Gentner we were getting for like 1,000. Polter for like 1,000. We made massive bank last night. It was incredible. But yeah, Bruno Alves is really, really good night for silvers. And a bit of advice for you guys. The market on silvers is extremely high at the moment. People are continually doing the League SBCs to get packs to open for headliners. So what does that mean for your trading? Now, the whole point of this series, I know you guys say that one thing you like about my videos is that I tell you the why, and this is the why. The silvers are high. The reason why they're high is because of the SBCs, League SBCs, people doing them to get packs for headliners, in my opinion. But they're high. So what does that mean for your trading with silvers? What that means is that you need to be buying them and having in mind that they're already high. So people are saying to me, oh, normally I buy Ankerson for 1,000 coins when it drops off, but it's only dropping to 2k now. So I'm not buying him. Or Sobotka I normally buy for 1,500. He's only dropping to 2k. The market's really, really high right now. Really, 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 really high. So that means when you buy, you've got to be more selective and try and buy thinking about prices. And this is why you have to do your due diligence. Actually, let me just clear off that transfer pass. So I've got some room on it anyway. We've got 100 items on there. We'll clear that all off. This is why you've got to do your due diligence as you go, right? So you want to be, if you're trading with a guy who trades with Brescia, for example, you want to go to Brescia and just see what the defenders are doing. So you've got an idea of what they're doing at a normal time. Normal part of the day, what are they kind of selling for? 6.5k, right? So Brescia bronzes are 6.5k. Silvers will be even more than that. Probably pushing to the, maybe way more than that, way more. So they're pushing for, mate, look, this market is mental at the moment. So many coins to be made. So have a look again. Well, there we go, we finally got to it. About 7.5k is what they're going for. So last night I was checking the prices like I normally check. I have a buy price for myself. For Brescia defenders, for example, my buy price at the moment is about 4-ish k, give or take. I might drop to 3.5, go to 4.5. That's my normal buy price. And I was doing that, and that's what I was aiming for, a number coming up. And then I was like, hang on, let me just check the prices that they've been going for. Check my database, and I completely forgot that they were going. I mean, 7.5 is a bit high. I think about 7's about right. They'll go for 7k. So I could be buying at 5k and still making 2k a card. So you need to adapt your method, adapt your trading based upon what the cards are going for. And this is why I keep saying to you guys, your due diligence is crucial. Right now, I've looked at Brescia midfielders that are silver and see what they're selling for. And they're about 7. I'd say 7-ish k realistically. There's only a couple that are below that. They're 7k. So I now know that at what, 2:15, which is when this video is being recorded, on a Monday afternoon, the Brescia midfielders sent for 7k. So I know if I buy for 5k tonight, chances are I'll bounce back to at least 6.5k tomorrow, make myself 1,000 coins profit a card. If I can get them cheaper than that, then better. It includes people like Zemral, for example. He's been selling, I've watched him sell a lot recently, I think because they've also inflated. People are using him instead of like left backs and whatnot who are 10, 11k. So it's a good one to buy for, whatever, how you want to say it, to buy. So you need to be mindful of that in your trading. And I always say to you, try and learn as many different silver techniques as you can, as many silver cards as you can. Keep doing that. Learn more and more teams to open up the options to you so you can trade more. And also be mindful, like I always say, people have asked me why, and here's more why for you. Everyone keeps asking me why the 6 p.m. buy is so effective. It's because silver supply happens. At the moment, the demand is the demand. It's the highest it's been, probably, the demand for silvers. It's staying consistently high. Which means, when the silvers come on, if loads more silvers come onto the market, it's basic. If I say to you guys, I've got 5 of this item here, and only 3 of you want them, I've got to price it at a price that means 2 more people are going to want to buy them, so I've got to do it cheaper, right? If there's 5 people want 1 item, I can price it higher. If 5 people desperately want this bottle right now that I've got here, this bottle right here, and 5 people desperately want my water bottle, I can charge £100 for this. Not, give or take. If only one person wants this, or if nobody wants this, I can't. It's worthless. It doesn't cost as much. If I've got 5 of these and only one person wants it, I've got to charge less. I can be like, okay, well, here's £10 for this bottle, because I need to get them sold, and there's not a demand for it. And that's how silvers work. When the demand is high and the supply is low, there's less on the market. They're rarer. They're hard to get. They cost more. It's like anything in life. At all, gold, silver, like diamonds. The rarer they are, the more expensive it is. But when the supply is the same, but when the supply is much higher and the demand is the same, so the demand is what it is, but supply loads more coming on, they're less rare, the price goes down. Always remember that. And that's why silvers are so effective right now. I'm making 300k a day from it. But I told you guys I'd made 1 million coins again, and you're sitting there thinking, well, you didn't, because you're on 738k now, because 2 more things have just sold. But let me show you my squad. If you spot the difference of last time and this time, I've gone and bought Mark Overmars. Now, number 1, love this guy in game, full stop anyway. He's ridiculous in my opinion. He's incredible. He's overlooked. I don't think his prime's much better than this card, so I don't think it's worth the difference in coins. It's like 250k more. But his acceleration sprint speed's great. His attack position is good. The finishing's alright, but you put dead on him, it's 97. Great crossing. Really good dribbling for him. Great stamina. It's just a good well-rounded card. Pays better than it looks like. I bought him to use him for this week. The reason I bought him is because I bought him at 345k. Now, I know that Mark Overmars sells for 380, 385 at his peak, sometimes as high as 400k. Now, if I can sell him at 380, for example, doing the maths, I think it's about 10 to 15k profit in him. Let me just do it again. And if you always want to work out what you get in terms of your value, you want to sell the sell price of 380,000, for example, then times that by 0.95. I'll give you the price. So I get 361 back for him after EA tax. So I'll gain 15,000 coins. So I'll use him this week, pay with him until Thursday, Friday, and once his price shoots up, I'll go and sell him. I'll straight away sell him. I make myself 15k profit. So it means I can use him for this week. And that's another way I told you guys about trading with icons. You can trade with icons in that way. If you look at Overmars now, I think 364 is the cheapest earlier on. There we go. Look, I know that. This is what I keep saying to you. I know the price of these cards because I trade with them. My due diligence, I do it. I'm watching them. You can see already those binoculars on the screen, the ones you see there. That's because I'm watching him. I'm checking what he sells for, so I know. And it goes in my database, and I've got it there. So I know that on Monday afternoon at 2 o'clock, he sold at 364, which he's not doing. He's selling at 364 at the moment. But after these two, the 380s, I could go list them for 380 today. I'll probably sell them for 380 today if I want to. I'm going to use them because I want to play the game a bit more. But that's why doing your due diligence is massively, massively important. And so let's talk about that in terms of icons, right? People have been asking me about trading with icons during headliners. Icons are relatively consistent. The only advice I can give you with icons is do not trade with primes. There's a lot of coins to lose there. They're very, very, very volatile. I don't like trading with primes whatsoever. I don't do it. But with icons, I always say to you guys, you need to know your market. And I don't try to learn all the cards at all. I learn the cards that I like to use. I like to use Overmars. I like to use Nedved. I like to use Carlos Alberto. I like to use Cannavaro. I like to use Baresi. Cards that I know the prices of. I like to use Perez's mid card. I am going to start trading with Perez's prime card. I've been looking at him for a week now. His price is relatively stable and his fluctuations during the day are stable and during the week are stable. He's a lower end card. My advice to you with icons is start low. If you're new to it, trade with Layman's and Schmeichels, Inzaghi's, the lower end of the market. Start at that, Bobby Moore's. Start there, work your way up. But I always say, for me, icon trading isn't worth it at the big end. You run the risk of losing a lot of coins. I prefer trading between 300 to 700,000 coins. That's my sweet spot. Even lower than that's probably better, but lower than 700. My favourite is about 400k max. The reason for that is, number one, you get tax less, so there's less risk involved. And number two, I think the gains are better. You need to rely, at the higher end, you need to rely upon a very, very good deal to make coins. Whereas in the mid to low end, for example, that Overmars that's 345 there that I've just bought, if I sell him at 380, I'm making myself 20k profit. To make that profit at the higher end, you'll make more, but I need there to be a big variance in price, which I don't need so much at the mid end. So that's why I'm trading with icons the way I do. Other things to think about today, lads. This video is going to go live at 5:30. Thursday flipping is in full force. Now, normally, one of my favourite guys to flip is Walker. Do not touch him, he's inflated. You want to be thinking about cards that aren't realistically now attached to any of the SBCs. So anyone that thinks a Smalling right now is inflated. So English players, Walker, etc, etc, etc. What else is coming out this week that could help? Dele Alli. Now, do I think Dele Alli is going to change the market too much? Not really. His Scream card's probably going to be better than his headliner card. But there might be some sort of use with that Dele Alli. People might want to use him again. He links a small in Walker. People might want to do a triumvirate there. So if you're flipping for Thursday, it could be worth investing in a few Lucas Mouras. It could be worth investing at the higher end in maybe a Heung-min Son just to see what he does. Could be worth investing in Sissoko's. Look at the price they're selling for right now. As people open packs during lightning rounds, which are coming up in about half an hour's time, snipe them cheap, and then hold them and see what they do on Thursday. Now, number one, players are always cheaper Sunday, Monday. It's weekend league sell-off. They'll always be cheaper. You just want to make sure you're buying at the right price. So if you see him, let's say they're selling for, let's see what Sissoko, on the Xbox right now, Musa Sissoko is, let's clear that off. He's low, very low at the moment. He's 2.9k, right? First things first, try and buy him a shadow. They're rarer, they're more expensive, you make more coins. When you're doing flips, always try attackers, hunters, defender shadow, just works. But Sissoko, he's at 3k at the moment. Now, I know by weekend league could be at 4k, so you can go and buy these now and make profit off of them. I don't tend to hold for too long. I'll do my flips probably at the higher end and do them on like Tuesday, Wednesday. But if Ali comes out and people want a strong link to him, Sissoko's a good shout. So you might see the price of Sissoko's rise. Ali's been leaked, so has Lautaro Martinez. And that's why with Martinez at the mid of the market, it could be worth looking at Dybalas, Gomez informs, players like that for flips. They're strong link into him. I think that Martinez will be relatively sought after. It's not that he's going to be, as long as EA don't make him overpriced, it's not he's going to be like desperately needed or people will be like, oh my god, this Martinez is incredible. But people do hype about how OP his Champions League card is, and I think that's like 30, 40k. If this one's if this SBC sort of 60, 70k, you may see people do it. They're going to want to strong link him. They can strong link him with Gomez or Dybala. So that could be worth it for your Thursday flip. So think about that for today. Think about how you can do that. And again, just be mindful that you're buying under what they are being listed for. Do not spend more than you need to be spending whatsoever. But lads, that's going to be the end of the video. Hopefully next time you see, we'll have that Overmars and a million coins, and then we'll keep building and building and building. But that, yeah, like I say, it's the end of the video. If you're new around here, subscribe down below, click the like button, comment down below what trading methods you've been using for headliners, and remember how OP Silver Method is. Get involved, adjust what you're doing, be smart with what you're doing, and you can make a lot of coins. But for now, lads, I'm out. Peace out. Speak to you soon.